Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Jessica, your curious host for today's exciting conversation. I'm joined by none other than Zenson Tran, author of the thought provoking new book, The First Goal of Being Human: See the World as It Is, Then Rebuild It. Zenson, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hi, Jessica, and thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to be here and share a bit about the book.
I have to say, Zenson, your title alone grabbed my attention. See the World as It Is, Then Rebuild It. It sounds like both a bold challenge and an invitation. Can you give us a quick overview of what the book's about?
Absolutely. The main idea is that each of us is born into a world we didn't create, a name, a culture, a belief system, none of which we chose. So the book's core thesis is before you accept that world, you need to see it clearly, question it, and if it's not working, rebuild it for yourself. Essentially, the first goal of being human is to reclaim ownership of how we think and live.
So let's start with this concept of inherited reality. You argue that from day one, we're handed a script, a worldview. Why is recognizing that so crucial?
Because unless we're aware that our beliefs might be prepackaged, we don't question them. We assume, well, that's just the way it is. We might spend decades pursuing goals or ideals we never truly chose. Recognizing this inheritance is the key to stepping outside it and asking, do I genuinely agree with this?
Right. I think about my own upbringing. I inherited certain traditions, career expectations, even a definition of success that had nothing to do with my authentic aspirations. I wish I'd questioned those things sooner.
Exactly. We all inherit a framework. Sometimes it works for us, but often it traps us in someone else's design. The moment we realize it's optional, we regain agency.
In the book, you talk about learning what's true before we ever truly question it. That's a strong statement. Can you elaborate?
Sure, by the time we're teenagers, we've absorbed countless facts about the world: what's normal, what's possible, even what's morally right or wrong. But many of these truths are untested assumptions. If we never challenge them, we might live in a tiny mental box that doesn't reflect reality's full scope.
So it's like we're building on a foundation we never inspected. Where do we even begin to question assumptions?
Start small. Pick one area that nags at you. Maybe it's a career path you're unsure about, or a cultural rule you never fully embraced. Ask, where did this come from? And do I truly believe it? That simple act cracks open the door to independent thought.
I love the subtitle's second half. Then rebuild it. It's not enough to tear things down, right? We have to create something better. How do we approach that?
Exactly. It's destructive and creative. Once you identify what's false or just outdated, you can design a reality that suits you better. This could mean rethinking your daily routine, your relationships, your values. Rather than blindly follow society's script, you write your own. It's an ongoing process. Question, rebuild. Question again, rebuild again.
That sounds so empowering and a bit scary, too. Have you had readers share any aha moments about rebuilding their lives?
Definitely. One person told me they'd always felt pressured to work in a job they hated, but after reading about inherited assumptions, they quit and started a small online business aligned with their passions. It was risky, but they felt it was the first time they'd chosen their own path rather than living someone else's dream.
Now, there's another strong message in your purpose statement. Think for yourself before someone else does it for you. That's quite direct. Why emphasize it so firmly?
Because someone will always be there to shape your thinking: advertisers, political figures, social media influencers, if you don't do it yourself. Our culture thrives on directing people's beliefs for its own benefit. Reclaiming your own mind is both an act of self defense and self discovery.
So it's not just about removing illusions, but actively choosing to lead your mind. That's powerful.
Yes, it's about self governance. Once you step into that mindset, you're more resilient. You can listen to outside opinions, but they no longer hijack you. You remain the architect of your worldview.
You know, reading your book really pushed me to look at my personal life. I realized I'd never questioned the idea that success meant achieving a certain status by 30. It was stressful, like I was racing an invisible clock. Your chapter on illusions helped me see that's a script I never consciously endorsed.
That's a perfect example. You recognize that belief as inherited. Now you can either embrace a redefined success or explore new options. It might unsettle your comfort zone, but it also opens you up to more genuine fulfillment.
Exactly. I feel more in control. It's like I finally have permission to shape my own story. So, if you're listening and thinking, maybe I should examine my own scripts, the first goal of being human is a direct, sometimes provocative guide that doesn't just encourage you to see your reality more clearly, it shows you how to rebuild if you're brave enough.
That's the heart of it. I wrote this book to empower anyone who's tired of living inside rules, traditions, or beliefs they never questioned. My challenge to every reader is to break what is false in your life, then build something real that resonates with who you truly are.
And I can already hear some of you wondering, isn't that process scary or unsettling? The answer is yes, it can be. But it's also exhilarating, because on the other side of that discomfort lies freedom and a sense of ownership over your existence that many of us have never tasted.
Precisely. We humans have a remarkable ability to create, to question, and to grow. The key is harnessing that ability rather than letting it lie dormant. The world might hand you illusions, but only you can decide whether to keep them or replace them with something better.
So, listeners, consider this your open invitation. Grab a copy of The First Goal of Being Human. See the world as it is, then rebuild it by Zenson Tran. Dive in, question your assumptions, and see what new reality you might construct for yourself.
I promise it'll challenge you, possibly unsettle you, but if it helps you reclaim your own mind, then it's done its job.
Well said, Zenson. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks, Jessica. It was a pleasure sharing this journey.
And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Until next time, keep asking questions and remember, you don't have to live inside someone else's reality. You can see the world as it is and then rebuild it on your own terms. Take care.